locked up completely where I couldn't even edit it anymore. So who knows?
You may not even be able to do it. So.
May not be able to do it. Maybe a real short. I don't. I never had that happen before.
So we're doing the same thing today?
We're doing sound. We never got around to sound before, so
Okay, we did sound on
Android, yeah. Um, I went to Wave Central.
Let's say.
Wave Central is, yeah.
Fun time down backwards.
So if you click that, it's up to you what you want to choose. I chose the Adams Family. Somewhere over here is Adams. Oh, there it is. Adams Family.
Waves.
Then after I came here, um, and I'm still my Mac knowledge is still increasing, but I went to Atom 2.mp3, and when I came here, I don't have my sound on.
I'll leave Jurassic Park.
There you go. So I just played that. Now, when I right-click this and said download video as, then I said save as atom2.mp3. It's not exactly a video, so. Oh, that's fine.
How'd you do it again?
I came down here and I right-clicked on it and said download video as, and then I gave it some kind of name. I saved it in my documents, so then if I went over here to the Finder, you should be able to see the song you just downloaded, or I should say sound clip. Now, first time I downloaded it, I right-clicked somewhere here, and when I saved it, also saved the page. I think I did a save page as. And when you do this, it'll save everything. Because what I first thought when I right-clicked on this and said download video, it's not a video. But, okay. So after you get a sound downloaded,
So wait. What? So you right click the file?
did you have you downloaded it?
No.
After you get this little black screen coming up, just right-click like on the play, and you'll see a download video as. And then I would recommend choosing documents just so you can easily find it, but that's up to you. If you drop down there, you can choose whatever location, and then you click save. Now over in Xcode, we're going to create a new Xcode project. Choose single view app. Sounds good.
We'll be using this, or like we'll be doing a project,
Right. Well, the project's going to, looking ahead, the project's going to be such that you have different screens, views, such that you got your first one, and then you'll have different options you can control with a button, and it'll go to a different view, different screen, and on that screen it will be just play a sound. So nothing exciting.
Like if you go to the screen, you press a button, then it plays it.
Right. So you have like a picture on that screen, and then you have a button that says play, um, and so forth.
Oh, I see. We're going the tedious route instead of just putting it on one screen. Okay.
Right, connecting the transitions we looked at before. Although with this, you don't have to pass any data. So yeah, passing data is not the easiest in Xcode. Okay, so I get that created. Now over here, you see you got your sounds folder if you named it sounds. You can you can choose the file, add files. Might be able to right click too. When you do that, if you change it to your documents, if that's where you stored the file at, you should see your Atom. Well, you should see whatever your MP3 file is.
Add files to sounds.
And then choose your file.
There it is. So, did you watch Trombone ran Topeka the other day? What was it? Sunday?
I've watched maybe a few minutes of it.
I didn't even know he came. Yeah, I couldn't care less, honestly.
You know, it's just politics. People are getting too consumed with it.
Yeah.
People just need, for the most part, I've never had a politician hurt me. Anything they passed. Obama was maybe the closest.
All the Obamacare stuff.
No, that didn't really bother me. But he passed some. If your employees worked so many hours, you have to give them a certain medical. And so some of the part-time work I was doing on the side, they put limits on what I could do, which didn't hurt me because I picked up other side projects. So I like to stay busy. So I can't really say politicians ever hurt me. They've done things that's affected me a little bit, but I've never been hurt. I'm sure not everybody can say that.
Who was our last real decent president?
Um, yeah, it's probably a matter of opinion.
Statistics wise, I don't. Lincoln was the biggest one, greatest president since he kind of helped end the war with ourselves.
Well, statistics wise, it's sad to say, but that'd probably be Trump. He may be the most crude president we've had, but if you look at statistics wise, he's had the lowest unemployment like 50 some years. Lowest unemployment for African Americans, for Hispanic. But he's raised the debt. So, statistics wise, is that better or worse? I don't know.
Before he was president, we had to pay, every man, woman, and child would have to pay $12,000+ to pay off the debt.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's now it's over 15,000 per person.
But it's been going up exponentially since then. The person who's best on the national debt was Clinton.
Yeah.
He about leveled it off. I teach that in a college algebra class. I show the graph, and he does unheard of, almost levels it off. And then Bush and Obama, both of them just go straight up.
He didn't help with the tariffs that he put on the aluminum.
Oh, did he put tariffs, Clinton?
He put trade tariffs on the aluminum. Then China was getting really ticked, stopped giving us. Why did they stop trading with us for? I don't remember, but I just remember when you put those tariffs on there, it really increased our debt to them.
Yeah.
Then when you took the tariffs off, it didn't help either any. I think it just increased it a little bit more. Trump being a businessman, you'd think that he would be a little better at this kind of stuff. But to me, it's not reflecting it. It's really not.
Well, see, in some cases it is. Like statistics wise, if you look at the stock market, you look at your retirement plans. Our retirement plan's been like,
The stock market changes every now and then. It'll always change. So
oh, well, that's one of the indicators of your economy, though.
yeah,
Where it's really an issue is how the national debt's increasing, because you can have good times for a while, but eventually you have to pay that debt if it keeps growing exponentially, and that's where you can have your country be like Greece and really collapse.
like how we
Um,
did back in the 30s.
I couldn't. I don't even know the history of why we collapsed back then.
Like the bank was loaning out a bunch of people, like pretty much 100% of a loan to people instead of receiving a down payment.
Oh,
Then when the banks ran out of money, the stock market crashed because people were going to pay back their debts to it.
yeah. A lot of people get upset about politics. I don't pay attention to it. Usually, I do during election year, the presidential election year. Oh,
The year we graduated is the first year we get to vote.
really?
Yeah.
Now go ahead and click add on that, and it'll add your sound file in there. You got m2.mp3, and then go to your main storyboard.
We do that in assets, right? No, just
Nope, just you can just click it here directly.
no, I did it. No, it's just no.
Now they have us design a form, and I'll go over the video here in a minute. Um, they have us drop on a image view. So drag and drop that. And then they have us to drop on 3 buttons. I won't actually set the image view, but you would set that in your code. Like for your different views that you have. You'd have a image for each one. Like if you're playing R2D2, you'd have a picture of R2D2 there. So I'm going to change this one to say play. Oh, what do they have on this? I think they had stop, maybe. I think this is replay or rewind or something. Not that matters for what I'm showing you. And some of this I remember, but I don't remember the exact code, so that's what we'll cheat.
And a back button. No back button.
On yours you will, but on this one, since we just got one screen, we don't need it. And bring up my code here. Now I'm going to go ahead and drag these. So hold on my control, drag it down here to the bottom. I'll make it an action. Call this one button play. User interface button, connect. Drag these and drop them. Stop. Connect. And then one more. This is what my program wouldn't let me add in when it locked up earlier. And I change this to action. And then button replay, user interface button, and click connect. Then up here under the import, I'm going to import AV Foundation. This allows us to work with audio and video. Okay, now we'll go over to the YouTube video. Uh, Does this guy look familiar?
Only slightly. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got some good videos. Of course, helps if I have audio.
How to make a very basic music player. So I'm going to show you how you can take an audio track and then customize your app in such a way that you can click play to play the song, click pause to pause the song, replay the song, and all that good stuff. So I will basically show you how to make a very basic.
By the way, do you think he works for somebody?
I feel like he's just an independent filmmaker trying to make life in this big old crazy filmmaking world.
That could be.
Or maybe he works for Apple.
Look at the wall. That's not a wall you'd have in your home, is it?
I mean, if it's like sound absorbing, then like,
Yeah, maybe you put that kind of effort, put that wall in your home. Mel almost makes it look like he's at a school or something, or a bit place of work. I don't know. And then he's got this little microphone here, so
it's all just coincidence.
could be.
But that light is a little strange.
If you do green, yeah, yeah, you're right with the shadow here, because you can do a green screen and put anything behind you. But
Music player. So if that is something you want to know how to do, just keep watching this video and I will show you how. So the first step is of course to open Xcode, and when you have done that, we're just going to create a new project. It's going to be a single view application and just call it audio player or whatever else you want to call it. And remember to set language to Swift, and if that's the case, just click next and save it wherever you want to. I'm just going to save it on my desktop, and I'm going to lay out the interface to start with. And our application, for the sake of simplicity and this tutorial, our application is going to be able to play the song, it's going to be able to pause the song, and it's going to be able to replay the song. So start from zero and play all the whole song from start to finish once more. So we're going to need 3 buttons. The first one is going to be the play button. Let's say play. And I want it to have a black background to make it look more stylish. And the text color is going to be white. Drag it a bit bigger. Going to copy paste it 3 times, because that is how many buttons we are going to need. It's not going to be the most beautiful music player, but it's going to do the job. Play, pause, and replay. And of course, a music player isn't a music player without the image of the cover. This is of course optional, but I'm going to drag in an image view and a beautiful image of Oakland. I have never been there, but if it looks anything like this picture, I want to go there.
So you notice he just dragged and dropped it in here? So that's another way you could do that instead of doing your file add.
Going to set the imagery equal to this Oakland thing picture. Just like that. It's going to be an aspect fit so that it isn't squished. Look at that. Now, if that says professional.
What would say?
I was like, wait, that's I see it in Oklahoma. There's no
Oh.
skyscrapers in Oklahoma.
Yeah,
And there are maybe in Oklahoma City, but not like that.
not like
Was
that.
Spotify. If you would send this into Spotify, they would probably hire you right away. So you're already a professional coder. Congratulations. So here we have our music player, the image, the play, the pause, the replay button. And the last thing we need is to import our song. You can pick any song you want to, just make sure that you call it song for the simplicity of this tutorial. Just call the track song and make sure that it has an extension of MP3. If it doesn't, no problem, just make sure that you know which extension it has. In this case, it's .mp3. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create our music player. So var player, and before I do that, almost forgot it, import the AV Foundation. I think it stands for Audio Video Foundation. It lets you play audio and video, so make sure that you import that first and then create an audio play AV audio player, and it's going to be AV audio player. So here we have our audio player, and now we're going to set up this audio player so it's connected to our song. Let's see what's no.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and type that in. Bar player AV equals AV audio player. And that was under the view controller. So right here. So var player AV audio player equals AV audio player, beginning parentheses, closing parentheses. I don't know why, it just doesn't seem very intuitive to me. I understand the principle here. You're telling it to type that this is type of object, and then this is over here is creating an instance of it. It just seems strange with the syntax. Okay.
We're going to try to do this, and if that doesn't work, we will catch the error right here so our application doesn't crash.
So this is down in the view did load. So this view did load here after this comment. You could do a do and then put a beginning curly bracket and then catch. We haven't really talked about error handling yet, but the idea is you got your code here that you're going to do. If something goes wrong, it'll come down here and catch the error. So you can programmatically have it handle the error. So it won't crash. Like what's the standard message for app crashing? The app failed to respond, or the app... Yeah, almost useless, wasn't it? Well, this is where you could provide more information. And we'll be looking at errors more as time goes on.
Right now, we're not going to do anything with the error, but it's going to be processed here if you want to extend this application and process the error in some way, shape, or form. Now, we're going to define the audio path, the URL to our song, basically, and it's going to be equal to a bundle.main.path, path for resource. Here we go. For resource, our resource is called song, and here you write the extension of the song. In my case, it's an MP3 file, just like that. And then we're going to try, but this is going to work because our application is so awesome. We're going to try to set our player equal to an AV audio player with the contents of, let's see, this one, contents of NSURL. That's going to be equal to our file URL with path and our audio path. Here we go. Exclamation mark, I think, and just like that, we have our audio path. Let's see what doesn't it like. Insert as URL. Oh, okay. If it wants that, then we're going.
It's hard to remember all that stuff. Okay, so let audio path equals. Let audio path equals bundle dot main dot path for resource song. What do we call ours?
Mine's just Jurassic.
I'll put on their version. I don't remember what mine's called. Adam or Adam 2 or. Okay, I'll come back to that. OF type. P3.
Try player. Player equals AV audio player.
I think the contents of NSURL. File URL with path. Audio path. Exclamation as URL.
URL file path. File URL path.
With path. Now, what is mine called? Adam 2.
Give it that as URL. So here we just set our player equal to the contents of this URL with.
Actually, after you have that, the rest of it's pretty easy. Assuming I'm not forgetting anything. You do player dot and play. So now if I run that, let's see if I got any errors.
No, the next one's just player.stop and player.replay.
Yeah, it's
Interesting.
and like you say, the player dot is it actually stop?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what the next one is.
Player dot rewind, replay.
What do they got in there? King Kong?
Wait, hold on.
What do they got in there?
Yeah, you can just stop it. Replay.
is our song. So now we have to the song anymore, and of course has come. We have our player dot stop, and now if we just write this, it will
pause
just
and stop. Wait a minute. No.
You can add a player dot play if you want to, but I'm just going to leave it at stop, so the song will stop when you click on replay. I'm just going to leave that in so that it just replays without stopping. So let's see what we get.
Okay. So,
I'm doing stop and play. I like it.
well, that's what replay would imply. I'm not sure what he's saying. There's a lot of other things you can do with the player. When you do a dot, you can work on time interval, looping. See how there's a number of loops?
Yeah.
You can set the rate, set volume. So there's tons you can do with the audio. We're just going to be playing.
What do they got in there? King Kong? What do they got in there? King Kong?
Okay, we understand. No, I'm trying to see if my replay works. It stops and then keeps playing it. It doesn't replay it.
Doesn't replay it?
No.
Okay. Let's.
See, it doesn't replay it. Oh.
Yeah, it didn't. It didn't start it from the beginning, did it? My audio is so short that.
Mine does the exact same thing.
So how do we do it? Unless he catches that. Let's see.
Okay, so this didn't work, and I think I have the solution.
There.
Don't know what I was thinking, but of course we're just going to say player, and the current time is going to be 0. That's how simple it really is supposed to be. So let's try again.
Current time.
That sounds better. But let's see. Current time.
Play it up there, right?
I would think you'd have to do a play again, but let me try that.
More flood warning. I could not tell. I don't know, I keep getting flood warnings. I'm getting a cannot call value none.
Yeah, mine isn't doing anything, so let me go back and play it. Player dot play. Yeah, it did replay it, didn't it?
What do they got in there? King Kong?
Cool.
But again, the project for this is to create an app.
Do you want it to have play, stop, and replay on each of them?
Now plays is fine. This will be short. So, what did I say? 3 views? 3 views. Have 3 separate images and 3 MP3 files you're playing on it, and then your main screen will just go to those views, and then you have go back to the main screen. Yeah, the rest of the time to work on that.
I'm good.